Honestly, I'm very passionate about family finance. But let me take it first from the individual dimension. I struggled a lot in my finances in those days. I struggled. I was pursuing money. I was running after things, running after money. The faster I ran after money, I think it just preempted me. It ran ahead of me. It just ensured that I didn't reach it. So I now realize that, I realized it painfully. It's an experience I want to share with everybody. Stop pursuing money. Stop running after money.
Hello and welcome to Obehi Podcast. I'm your host, Obehi A14, and I strongly believe that everyone has a story to share. Now let's get started with this episode.
You see a lot of people every single day, they wake up in the morning, early in the morning, 5 a.m. Bro, they're just washing. A lot of people are just living based on survival. I was in that state too, but there was no breakthrough. I was just struggling unnecessarily until I discovered just this one thing, this one secret I want to share with people. See, wealth is from within. You generate it from within. You generate it. It is generated. Wealth is like a magnet. It is who you are that you attract. If you do not have substance inside, you'll be running after things. So, having realized that, I stopped pursuing after things. I now sat down. I sat down with God. I sat down. I said, okay, what do I need to start doing? I now realized I needed to start building capacity in my area of influence, finance. So I began to build capacity. And then I began to get ideas. See, when you are building capacity, when you are focusing within, you begin to get ideas and then start implementing those ideas. So I began to implement my ideas. Do a blog. I started a blog. Do a website. I did a website. Optimize your LinkedIn. I optimized my LinkedIn. Okay, do this. I was taking steps based on what I was getting from within. I wasn't posting things out there. I was getting this inspiration from within, and I began to take those steps. And before I knew it, the people that didn't recognize me before started recognizing me. Honestly. In fact, the height of it was when someone got in touch with me from the UK, a white guy, was it 3 weeks ago? And he said that he was asking around for a financial advisor, and some people recommended me to him. I didn't know. He said I came recommend. I didn't know. Up till now, I don't know who recommended me. So from within. So back to family finance now. The parents, the family, the father and the mother need to live from within. Stop struggling for money. Stop struggling, running after things, because the more you struggle, the more difficult it will become. So live from within. Have a vision, have a family vision. Start from there. What is your family vision? So I have realized that some of these things that we're talking about, that people talk about, people are only focusing on money. There are so many things tied to it. Emotions, your emotional intelligence when it comes to managing money, responding to money, all of these things matter. So have a family vision. Where are we going in the next 5 years? Where are we going in the next 10 years? Where do we see this family? What are our goals? What is our family goal? What is our family goals for 5-10 years? And what are the steps we need to take now? At that point, you also need to engage a family, a financial advisor to help you. For example, now, I helped that client that got in touch with me from New Hampshire. I also helped him with respect to his couple, his family. Family finance. We dealt with his career, we dealt with his finances, and we dealt with his family finance. So all of these things matter. Family vision first, then secondly is the goals. Then how are you managing your current income? Do you have a budget? Family budget. These things are very, very important. I have realized that when it comes to wealth creation, Financial management is critical. And something happened to me. It's quite an humorous stuff. I was always complaining. Back then, I was always complaining. Money is not coming. Money is not coming. Then I now did a spending plan. For a month, I decided to record how much I was spending. For a whole month, on the daily where I will record my daily. Honestly, Mr. Obehi, I was shocked at the amount of money that passed through my hand that month. I was dazed. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. This money passed through, this kind of money. I was dazed. Where is the money? Where is everything? I couldn't account for it. So all of these things are, people complain there's no money, there's no money. Do a budget. Work with a budget. See, when you don't have a budget, a family budget, you'll be spending money anyhow. One of the critical, maladies I've noticed with us in this part of the, maybe it's even a global phenomenon, is conspicuous consumption. We spend money to buy stuff that we do not need to impress people. You can't afford it, but you went to buy it all the same, rather. You want to buy it just to impress folks that you have arrived. You can't afford that car, but because so and so person is using it, you also want to buy it. So you borrow money and all that. You want to buy the car just to impress people. So all of these things come to bear. They affect the family finance in the long run. So the first thing is vision. What is the vision of the family? Number 2 is family goals. What are our family goals? Short term, medium term, long term. Number 3 is budgeting. Budgeting, having a family budget and sticking to it. For example, now I have a weekly budget I'm running with. I also have a monthly budget. For 2022, I want to do, for in the next couple of days, I'm doing a year budget. The entire year 2022, I'm doing a budget for it, month on month, week on week. A whole budget, because it helps me. It's a financial management tool. When you're not managing the money that is coming to your hand at this moment, how are you going to get more? Even God himself values financial management. In my study and research, I have realized that many of the richest men to ever live were good financial managers. An example is John D. Rockefeller. He was a solid financial manager. This guy was, he called it sundry ledgers. I can't remember the name he called. Every week he was recording how much he was spending. Right from when he was in his early, I think right from age 17 till age 96 or 94, though, before he died. He was recording his daily and monthly and weekly, and he was the richest man. At his peak, he was worth about $600 million. Even Elon Musk is not as rich as he was at his peak. Yet he was having a spending plan. So this, we just need to embrace it. People have commonized it. People don't really value the importance of a budget. We need to recognize its impact, its value when it comes to managing finances well. Then last but not least is financial planning. Very, very, but people don't plan their finances. For the entire month, for the entire 2 months, 3 months, plan ahead. How much is it coming to my hands? How much am I going to earn? What do I want to do? What are my financial goals? How am I going to apply? How am I going to achieve them? All of these things are very critical when it comes to wealth, when it comes to family finance. So, but people have trivialized these things. And that's why, by the grace of God, I'm crusading these things. I'm crusading them and helping people to realize the importance of all of these elements when it comes to wealth creation and proper family finance.
If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi Podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi 114. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you in the next episode.